What's going on, everyone? This is Andy, and today I want to go over all of the returning and new mechanics in the core Mario Party mode in Super Mario Party. So I'm only going to be touching, like I said, on the actual returning 4-player mode. I'm not going to be talking about the new 2v2 mode, the new rhythm mode, the new river mode, whatever they're called. I just want to focus on what I think most people care about, including myself, the core 4-player free-for-all Mario Party mode. So here's most of the stuff that we know about. Just so you know, before I get into this, most of the information I compiled from the Super Mario Wiki. I'll put a link in the description to that below. If you want to get all the details, definitely check that out. But without further ado, let's talk about this. So first up, all the confirmed boards. This is like the big thing that a lot of people care about, including myself. There are 4 boards confirmed so far. I'm hoping they're going to be at least like 5, if not 6, because a lot of Mario Party games typically had 6 boards. It's kind of like the standard. But at least the boards look pretty good, in my opinion. I know some people are a little... some people don't love the boards that much, but I think they look pretty cool. And in addition to that, the boards are also smaller in size, which is worrying some people. But I'm totally cool with that because, I mean, you have smaller dice blocks, so you roll 1 through 6 instead of 1 through 10. But the thing is, the stars are going to be really close to everyone all the time, so I feel like almost every turn, someone's going to be getting a star, which is going to make the game really fun and really chaotic. So I feel like the star count at the end of most Mario Party games is going to be a lot higher than previous entries. So, I mean, I'm totally for that. It'll make the game, like I said, more chaotic, and obviously also a little bit more fair since more stars will be in play. But let's get into the confirmed board. So first off, the first one is Whomp's Domino Ruins, which was the first stage shown off, I believe, at the E3 demo, so pretty cool. That stage looks alright, and it looks a lot like a couple of the older N64 maps. I know there was one in Mario Party 1 where you had to pay a Whomp in order to go a certain way, so I think it's like kind of like that. They're trying to bring that concept back, and I'm totally cool with that. There's also Gold Rush Mine, which has a giant King Bomb in the middle, and I'm assuming it's like if enough players go through the middle part X amount of times, then he blows up and everyone gets put back at the start or loses coins or something. That's very reminiscent of the map in Mario Party 2. I think, like, I forget what it was called, but the space map. And every time someone went through the center, the timer would go down, and anyone that was in that like center area got like destroyed by a laser, and I think lost like half their coins or something like that. Like, it was pretty, maybe even all their coins. I forget how deadly the game was exactly, but it was funny and it was a lot of fun. So that I'm glad to see like a similar concept returning with that. There's Mega Fruit Paradise, which gives me Yoshi's... what was the stage called in Mario Party 1? I forget if it was just called Yoshi's Island or Yoshi's Tropical Island or something. But it's just giving me vibes of that. It's obviously a lot smaller, but I like it because they're pipes that you need to rely on to get you from each one side of the map to the other. I like that. It's a simple but should still be pretty fun map. And then there's one other one. We don't have a title for it, and there is almost no gameplay for this. There's like a very small set of amount of gameplay that wasn't even in a legitimate trailer for the game. But it's this gold town map. It looks really like notably smaller than all the other maps. It has like a Kamek statue at the back apparently, and there's a Chain Chomp, which is pretty cool. I mean, I don't know what he's gonna do. I mean, he's probably gonna screw people over, but nonetheless, it looks interesting, albeit a lot smaller than the other maps, and the other maps already look smaller, so hopefully it doesn't end up being too small, because obviously I'm a fan of these smaller maps, but I think there draws a line where it might get too small to the point where it'll just be kind of annoying, but those are all the maps that we know about. In my opinion, they all look good. I'm really keep my fingers crossed for 1 or 2 more maps to end up being revealed, and if they don't get revealed, hopefully they add more via like free DLC or something like that, or God forbid paid DLC, but I'm honestly like, I just want more maps. In some matter, I would love to get new maps, but let's go over some of the gameplay features in the free-for-all mode. So first off, mini-games are back returning after everyone rolls, which is awesome. I think everyone knew about that because Nintendo and all the fans have been basically ranting about how the original style is back. As mentioned before, your standard dice block is now 1 through 6. However, each character has their own character-specific dice block. So if you play as, I don't know, I'm just going to use Bowser as an example because he's the one that's been shown off a lot, and he has a dice block that allows you to roll up to 10, but it's still a 6-sided die, so the way that works is that I think like he has like an 8 and a 10 as an option, but he also has like 2 or 3 options to lose coins or to not move at all. So you're kind of playing like high risk, but high reward with when you're playing with him. And each character has a specific dice block that lets them roll like a specific amount of spaces. So that's pretty cool. In addition to that, the item shops are back, and I mean, items have always been a staple in the Mario Party franchise, but item shops are back. It's actually run by a Flutter now, which is awesome because I love Wiggler, and yeah, that's cool. Oh yeah, fun fact, not to get sidetracked, but there is a mini game in this game where you pet a Wiggler until it murders you. So I'm totally looking forward to playing that with my friends. That sounds like the greatest mini game of all time. But like I said, I don't want to get too sidetracked. And I'm also going to go over all of the items, not right this second, that's going to be toward the end of the video, but I'm going to go over all the items that we know that are confirmed for the main mode in this game. Also, you can steal stars in this game again. However, since Boo is playable, Boo was playable in the GameCube versions, and there was still a Boo space to steal items, but Lakitu, or Lakitu, or however you say his name, he steals the stars now. Basically, same concept. I think stealing stars is a bit cheaper. Most things in this game are a bit cheaper. I think they're trying to make it so everyone's just going to be able to, like, just so the game's more chaotic, because people are going to be able to have the opportunity to do things more often, which is a good thing in my opinion. I think that's awesome. Also, a wing space is going to be on the board, which allows a paratrooper to carry you to an opponent's spot. And I think that costs 5 coins. Interesting concept. This seems alright. This is going to be kind of... this is going to be a little, not really controversial, but some people might be a little, like, not too big of a fan of this, but hidden blocks are back from the N64 versions. I forget if they're in the GameCube versions. I think they were only in the N64 games. You know what? They were in Mario Party 4, I'm pretty sure. But basically, if you can land on a space, and it might just randomly say, "Oh, there was a hidden block here," and it can give you either coins or a star. So they're always a fun time. Sometimes they'll get a little mad if your friends get them, but nothing like just random luck to brighten the mood in a Mario Party game. But there are also apparently red coins that you can get on the board, which count as 5 coins to your coin total. So I mean, nothing big there. But then one last thing in terms of like the mechanics, bonus stars are returning, which is awesome. I was worried that these weren't going to return. However, the one thing is that apparently only 2 are given at the end of each game. I think we've only seen them given at the end of like 1 game so far, and there were only 2 given. Maybe there'll be more if you play with more turns. We're not sure. There might only be 2 regardless, like flat stars no matter what. But I'm glad they're returning, even if there were 2 instead of 3. I can't complain too much because they're bringing back most of the mechanics that make a Mario Party game a Mario Party game. So that's really cool. All right, let's get into the spaces that are on the board. So these are the areas that you can land on. The reason why I put the star, like talking about Lakitu in the item shop, not in the space category is because they don't really qualify as spaces because you don't land on them. Like, they're in between spaces and they don't count for your dice roll. So anyway, spaces. There's a start space, which you start on. There's also a plus or blue space, get 3 coins, a minus or red space, which you lose 3 coins, so everything's pretty standard. An event space, which triggers a stage-specific event. Obviously, that varies depending on the stage. Then, this is one of the best spaces, the versus space, which I was a little curious when I first saw it, but in some of the gameplay, you can actually see exactly what it says, and they act exactly as battle minigames do in the previous versions of Mario Party. So all players antique coins, you play minigame, and the person in first will get most, if not all, the coins, someone in second, and maybe third, I forget it. Like, it really just depends how they decide to divvy up the coins this time, but obviously, you want to get first to get all the coins in the pot. The one thing to note is that apparently there aren't any battle minigames in this game, so when you land on this versus space and everyone participates in a battle minigame, I think you just play a normal free-for-all minigame, which I'm fine with. I mean, yeah, it would be cool if there were battle-specific minigames, but at least some games won't be completely locked away to battle minigames, and if you land on this space like multiple times, you might not be restricted to playing the same like 5 or 6 battle minigames, so that's pretty cool. I'm totally cool with that. I'm just glad that the concept of battle minigames is back. There's also an ally space, which calls a random ally so you can get access to their dice block for the rest of the game, which is really cool. I think once someone has a specific ally, no one else can get that ally. So if I'm playing as Bowser and I get the Yoshi ally, like I get Yoshi as my ally, then I can use his dice block whenever. And obviously, if someone's playing as Yoshi, then you can't get Yoshi as an ally. It's like for all the remaining characters that haven't been chosen in the cast. So that's pretty cool. I like that concept. You're going to be able to I mean, obviously there's still gonna be luck in play, but you can attempt to strategize onto using certain dice block to land on specific spaces. So that's pretty cool. Also, there is an item space, which I think just gives you a free item, and then there's a lucky space that says a player can win either items or coins, and then a bad luck space or a Kamek space. This basically is the Bowser space, so since Bowser's playable, they replaced Bowser with Kamek, and he just basically will steal coins or items or something from you. Speaking of items, let's get into talking about all the items that are available in this game. First off, Dash Mushroom. This works a little bit differently because before in previous Mario parties, I'm pretty sure if you got a mushroom, wasn't it like you rolled 2 dice block, but now instead it just adds 3 to your dice roll, which that's fine. There's a poison mushroom which subtracts 2 from an opponent's roll, so I guess you just apply that on an opponent, and then next time they roll, they just get -2 from whatever they get. There's an event space which, sorry, I am reading off a list and I just went back into the space category. That was my bad. There's a golden dash mushroom which adds 5 spaces to your dice roll. And then there's also a golden drink, which turns the player gold, kind of like the golden flower from New Super Mario Bros. 2, I think it was. And it adds a coin for each space that you move, so that's cool. There's also another item called the Coinado, which steals 5 to 10 coins from opponents. There's a buddy phone, which I think acts just like the buddy space, or the ally space, because it says you just basically call an ally, which I assume means you call an ally and you get them on your team, you can use your dice block whenever you want. So it's basically just a portable version of landing on that space. Then there's also a custom dice block, which lets you roll whatever number you want from 1 through 6. I don't know whether it's going to be like the slow block from previous Mario parties, where you have to time it correctly, or if it'll just literally let you choose whichever one you want. Regardless, landing the item, like the actual number that you wanted with the slow block wasn't difficult at all, so it's not like it matters that much, but regardless, I'm glad that that's back. There's a Peepa Bell, which allows you to take 1 coin from a rival each time that person moves. There's a Fly Guy ticket, which lets you steal an item from an ally. There is a Warp Box, which allows you to warp close to a teammate, which are probably either like the same space as them or the space in front or behind them. And then I could have sworn in one of the trailers, I'm having trouble finding it, so if I can find it, I'll put it in the background, but I'm having trouble finding it. I could have sworn that there was footage of someone using like a golden pipe item, and it took them right behind the star or something. That's not on the wiki, on the Mario wiki, but I don't know. I could have sworn I saw it. Don't quote me on it, but I think that's in the game, which is good because that'll act as basically like the golden lamp or the flutter orb that were in previous Mario Party games. That's cool. But that's, for the most part, everything we know about this game. Like I said, we know about 4 confirmed boards. We know about most of the items. We know actually all the mini games. I can link another video in the description. There are actually multiple videos on YouTube that go over like gameplay of all the new mini games. You can find gameplay of all the mini games, I think, on the Japanese Mario Party website, which is pretty cool. Like I said, you can find that one Wiggler mini game where you pet a Wiggler until it murders you. Looks awesome. Totally looking forward to that. But yeah, but that's most of the things that make a Mario Party game is here. Like most of it's present here, which I'm really happy about. They really didn't forget anything that, like I said, makes Mario Party what it is. I feel like this is going to be a very traditional game. Like I said, I know the boards are a little smaller, but I think that most of the stuff we're getting, like the buddy system, the smaller dice blocks, are going to make up for it. And I think that we're going to just have way more stars in play. It's going to be way more chaotic than other Mario parties. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not trying to like sit here and like sell the game on you guys, but I think it looks really good. We just need to see more boards. I'm getting a little worried that there might only be 4 boards, and that'll upset me. So hopefully we get at least 1 more, if not 2. 5, I feel like, is a nice number. Obviously, 6 would be more appreciated since most Mario parties have had 6 boards. But regardless, it's looking really good. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the new Mario Party in the comment section below. Also, if I forgot anything, or if any new information rolls out, or regardless, if you know if there's any more information, feel free to throw it in the comment section below, because obviously the more information we have, the better it will be. But yeah, the game comes out in like, I think a little over 2 weeks now. Actually, a little less than 2 weeks, so it comes out really soon. So should be a lot of fun. But like I said, that's going to cover it for now. So like I said, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.